guys, guess what just got delivered? Okay, so as part of my Elsa Isaac styling experience, we had all my packages shipped to the hotel. So everything just came. These are the dresses, these are multiple shoes, and I'm about to just take a quick shower because my styling session is gonna happen in the next 45 minutes. All right, so I just took a shower. I feel better. I did a light, little makeup and fixed up. Just feel refreshed, just feel lighter, just feel, not sweaty, just nice and refreshed. So right now, a stylist assistant, Elsa's hired an assistant, is gonna come upstairs and help me unbox and do the fittings tonight. I'm gonna see where I can put you guys so you can kind of get a taste of the fittings, see, maybe you can help me pick, vote in the comments, and then see which one that I picked and what else. I have my camera in my bag, but I'm honestly so tired right now. I don't even know if I'm gonna pull it out because I don't know if the batteries are charged, so this might be an iPhone situation, but anywho, I just wanna bring you guys along with me as much as possible. Yeah, so let me go ahead and tell her to come upstairs. Good morning, guys. So I just finished blowing out my hair. So what's gonna happen today is I'm getting my hair done at 9, I'm getting my makeup done at 1, and then call time for the award ceremony is 4:50. So giving myself time to get everything done. And I washed my hair last night and I just did a first pass blowing it out because I actually want to try to sneak in a trip to the mall to pick up a clutch and different earring if I have time. If I don't, it's fine, it's whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to get a head start to cut down on the time I'll be in the stylist chair. So I brought a couple of options, but I think I will most likely do a sleek pullback ponytail, like a curly ponytail is the look that I'm thinking of. That's why towards the second dress last night in the styling, I put my hair back into a ponytail, a loose ponytail. Speaking of styling, just to break down a little bit how the styling appointment works. So when you're working with a stylist, you go through, at least with Elsa. So Elsa Isaac, I can't speak for every stylist experience, but with Elsa, you go through your questionnaire, you fill in your body type, your measurements, all of that, your problem areas, things you like, dislike, you upload pictures of yourself. And by the way, me and Elsa know each other, so she also knows what I look like and some of my style. So anywho, she, based on the event and all those things that I filled out in the questionnaire, selects dresses and shoes for me, and then I go in and if there's anything I absolutely don't want, I can take it out of the cart. But then I went ahead and had everything sent here to the hotel, all the shoes here, so that's what you saw. Most size charts will put me at a size up from what I actually am, so that's why you see some of the dresses were a bit large, because you can always take something in, but you can't take it out. So to be, to err on the side of caution, we did get a lot of the dresses big, but they ended up being way too big, which, you know, I kind of thought it might be, but I'd never shopped from this site before, so I really didn't want it to be too small by accident. So ended up really loving a dress that's actually my size, and so we did get some of them in my size, and there were about 12 dresses. I obviously didn't try on all 12, so my vision of having you pick the dress did not actually happen, because it's tiring, right? Like, if we would have tried on every dress and gone through like fitting and angles, that would have taken hours. But I think that's part of the process. Like, you end up finding the dress, and so I found the dress by like the 4th or 5th, 6th one maybe, and you know, I just knew it was it. It felt good, I felt confident, I felt snatched. So I'm really excited to wear it. I love working with Elsa. She's a genius, she's skilled, she knows what she's doing, and it just so happens that my favorite shoes from the get-go that I'd seen in the cart end up being the shoes I get to wear. So I'm excited about that. So, you know, that's a little background on the stylist experience. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them. So right now I'm going to order room service. It's about 7:40, so I'm going to quickly order some room service and finish writing my acceptance speech before the hairstylist gets here. So I will talk to you guys later. Guys, so my room service just got here, so I'm going to enjoy American breakfast, sausage, home fries, scrambled eggs. Y'all, so I just finished getting my hair done. Now I'm headed to the mall to pick up clutch and earrings. I brought a nice clutch and earrings with me, but that's when I was thinking I would end up with a gold option. I didn't bring silver options because I just didn't have that. And so yeah, I'm gonna do a quick run to, it's like a smaller outdoor mall, so it's not the big LA malls, but it should have a Nordstrom rack in there, so I think that's where I'll find something quick and easy. And yeah, that's where we headed. So I got on my LA shades, okay, I got on my ponytail. I'm about to go whip this around town, all right? Come with me. Okay guys, Zara got me. I went in there, did not find one thing that I wanted, but found other things. Didn't find anything that I went in there for, but I found other things that I wanted. So I'm about to go into H&M now. So I finished getting my hair and makeup done. I just finished writing my speech and I'm gonna get it printed out. I'm not naked, by the way. And I'm waiting for my friend Nidia to come. She's gonna help me get in my dress. Oh, I think that's her. So the next time y'all see me, it will be at the awards, I think. Say hi to the vlog.
Hi.
Over there. Hey, we're ready. We're about to go to the award ceremony. All right. Woo! Woohoo! Outside of the ceremony hall, away from everyone, just taking off my mask to breathe and just have a moment to really take in this moment. I'm here by this iHeart media station, which is so nice. I hope you can hear me. But yeah, just having a moment to take in this experience and this accomplishment, and have a moment to say to myself, I'm proud of you, girl. I'm proud of you.
Please welcome to the stage, Nidia Cardenas.
Hi, my name is Nidia Cardenas, and I'm here to confirm for you that Nicaila Matthews OKOME, creator and host of Side Hustle Pro, is in fact as bold and as cool as she sounds on her show. She was born in Jamaica and raised in the Bronx, so you could say she had a head start on the cool factor. I met Nicaila in 2013 when we became roommates in business school. So I can tell you that Nikki loves Thai food and the space heater on full blast. We've interviewed CEOs in Chile together and eaten Thai food in Spain. I told you, she loves Thai food. But the reason we are here tonight is because Nicaila took her love of something else, storytelling, and created Side Hustle Pro to spotlight bold Black women entrepreneurs who have scaled from side hustle to profitable business. When I was thinking about what to share with you tonight, I knew this was my chance to spotlight Nicaila's boldness. I recruited some help, she doesn't know. I recruited some help from her family, friends, and listeners to do just that. Nicaila's sister Natalie saw her creativity and boldness as early as elementary school, when Nikki penned a poem called Nicaila So Tall and Proud, which I expect to be able to read now. Lisa, Nikki's best friend since high school, shared the bold force Nicaila has been in her life. Lisa has seen Nikki join the cheerleading squad and then become the captain, attend one of the top universities in the world, and then work at MTV. Nicaila has always achieved, but more importantly, achieved with integrity. Her friend Marlena remembers training for a marathon with Nikki in 2010. Even back then, Nikki was a marketing savant. She came up with an amazing fundraising campaign that included a special mail drop for the elders in their family. They met their fundraising goals with ease. Marlena emphasized how Nikki wants to see you win and is always ready to cheer you on as you work towards your goals. Side Hustle Pro and Podcast Moguls carry that spirit as well. Her husband Moyo shared that over dinner in 2016, just before the podcast launched, Nicaila was feeling uncertain. But what if nobody likes it? What if they think it's whack? But as you know, she moved forward, and thank goodness she did the bold thing, because almost 6 years later, Side Hustle Pro is a phenomenon bringing immense value to people around the world. And it really is around the world. Nikki's eldest sister Nadine lives in Jamaica, and she invited Nikki to present to her team. One of the team members was inspired to finally launch her side hustle shortly after that. Nadine knew Side Hustle Pro was impacting thousands of women, but to actually see it impacting people in her circle in Jamaica was special. Her mother-in-law, Mojubaulu, sees the bold working mom who nurtures and loves her son Kingston in innumerable ways. She is so proud of this affirmation for Nikki's brilliant contributions and her fresh and ever-relevant perspective. And that perspective has resonated with and impacted her listeners. One of whom, Tamara, recently wrote, "Your show made me aware of Jerry Evans and her company Turning Natural Juice Bar, and I've been supporting her business ever since. Love this show, and you queens keep inspiring." Candace wrote, "Thank you so much for the great content. I literally wait for a new episode every Wednesday, and each interview inspires me to chase my goals and gives me the inspiration and the tools to do so. Please keep doing what you're doing." On her own, Nicaila has grown Side Hustle Pro to over 6 million downloads. The podcast was featured on the Today Show and named the Perfect Entrepreneurship Podcast by Mashable. Nicaila has also coached over 300 podcasters through her Podcast Moguls course. But the stats and the accolades don't get at the most bold thing Nicaila did. She unapologetically and exclusively centered Black women entrepreneurs when no other show was. In doing so, she unlocked a depth of knowledge and experience that anyone pursuing their entrepreneurial dreams can learn from, including myself. And she did that while also letting us in on her own ups and downs, showing us that vulnerability is bold too. Nicaila, in 2017, you attended your first Evolutions Conference, and now we are here celebrating your impact. We, your listeners, will witness more of your boldness as you continue your journey. But for tonight, and for at least the next week, I hope you celebrate this accomplishment. Cheers to all the Black women whose boldness you've made visible, and to your boldness in betting on yourself and making sure their stories were heard. Please join me in welcoming Nicaila OKOME and Side Hustle Pro into the Podcast Movement Hall of Fame.
Wow, thank you, Nidia. Thank you, everyone. I was not expecting that. She's right. It took me everything to hold it together and not start bawling. To be recognized for my work is the greatest honor, and I am incredibly honored to be standing here tonight. I could tell you all about how and why I started Side Hustle Pro, but you can listen to Side Hustle Pro for that, and thankfully, Nidia already told you. So I'd like to spend this time just thanking everyone who contributed to me being here this evening. First and foremost, I want to thank God for consistently showing me that man's rejection is God's protection. And as my mother emphasized to me recently, that you are always watching over me and guiding my steps. So I will continue in faith, going after my dreams, even when there's not a clear blueprint already set out for me. I also want to thank my parents who are watching from home for giving me unconditional love and unyielding support, for encouraging me, even when they didn't always understand what I do for a living, for letting me move back home when I was 25, going through a quarter-life crisis. That time at home propelled me onto a different life trajectory. Thank you. Thank you to my sisters, Natalie and Nadine, and my brother, Maurice, for being the best siblings and role models I could ever ask for. Natalie, I forgot all about that poem. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for seeing things in me that I don't always see in myself. The Matthews sisters and brother are and will always be unstoppable. Thank you to my husband, Moyo, my person, the smartest man I know, my greatest love and supporter in life, who understands me on a whole different level. He also listens to every single episode of Side Hustle Pro, even when I don't want him to in the car. Thank you, babe. I would not have started Side Hustle Pro without him encouraging me at that dinner conversation, and I would not be continuing on without him cheering me on each and every day. I am grateful for the life that we are creating together for us, our son, and our family. I love you. Thank you to my son, Kingston, my baby, who was born April 2020, right smack dab in the middle of the pandemic, who inspires me every day to go harder, while also always reminding me to be present in each moment, recognizing that I am living inside of an answered prayer. Thank you to my parents-in-law for your support and your love, for those kind words, Mom, for rallying around us so that I could fly out to California this weekend, and most of all, for raising the great man that I call my husband. Thank you to my best friends, Chidi and Lisa, for rooting me on when this was just a mustard seed of an idea. Thank you for being my ride or dies. Shout out also to Marlena, Fab, for always supporting Side Hustle Pro and sharing it with your crews. Fab, thank you for flying in for live shows and flying right back out to New York City. And thank you so much to my dear friends who are here this evening. Tony, Jordan, Farah, Jeff, well, he'll be here later, and my media. Media, I can't even put into words what it means to me that you were willing to come up here and give this speech and introduce me and speak on my behalf, even when we weren't sure if I would be able to make it here live. And I'll never forget that during some of my darkest moments, when I doubted myself, when I felt like a failure, you and Steph told me to own it, to own my story, to stop letting things make me feel less than, and to use my experience to inspire others. It's only once I started doing that that my life changed forever. Thank you. Stephanie Thomas, thank you for inspiring me every single day, for being not only my friend, but my sister, my travel buddy, advisor, mentor, and my very first guest on the podcast. I love you, girl. Thank you to Jeanette and Dana, who were part of my first mastermind. Thank you to my small but mighty team, Chris, Joanna, every social media manager I've had, Portia and Brianna, for contributing to making Side Hustle Pro amazing. And thank you to Adam, who represents me and fights on my behalf for amazing partnerships. Thank you to all of my listeners. There would be no Side Hustle Pro without you. I know many of you have listened to every episode and have been there from day one. I have had the pleasure of meeting some of you in person, on Instagram, and within Podcast Moguls. So thank you for listening, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing, commenting, and just letting the world know about Side Hustle Pro. Thank you to my guests who have taken the time to be in the guest chair and share your wisdom and experience with me. Many of them did not even know me before I reached out with a cold email. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you to my podcast ladies, Raina, Jamila, Joy, Art. Iron sharpens iron, and you ladies take me to a whole different level. Thank you to my Podcast Mogul students for inspiring me to continue to learn and grow, and showing me the importance of teaching what you know. It's not enough to ascend to these heights, to be inducted into the Podcast Hall of Fame. You have to reach back. You have to reach back and bring others with you, and that is my mission with all that I do. And my fellow podcasters in this room, at home, and beyond, thank you for inspiring me to challenge myself, to try new elements of podcasting, to stay on top of my game, and to keep learning. And last but not least, certainly not least, thank you to the podcast movement team, to LISTEN, especially Rob and Elsie, who've always been so supportive. Thank you for this honor. I do not take it for granted, and I will continue to make you guys proud. Thank you all, and good night.